Hello again, Mario the Pie Man here to play a bit more Star Trek Online. Yes, we are rejoining the adventures of Drakkara. Now you might notice just on that loading screen there just before we went, yes, the character who joined us last time is now part of the crew. Basically, if you set your standard landing party, they appear with you as you start, so we are growing in numbers. Now, if you remember last time on Star Trek Online, our planet had been attacked by a mysterious alien race and the Tal Shiar. We'd joined up, rather unwillingly I'd say, with the Romulan Republic, and we are now about to go and perform the next mission. I think we had to go to a place called Cretaris, where there was a colony needing help. There's our ship, the RRW Tenebris, and in fact one of the things I meant to show, I did write a biography. Basically, I think I maybe mentioned this last time, life previous as a child. She spent her time as a mercenary, but gangs, so she's kind of been a bit of a rogue, is where I was going with this. So there's on our map the Cretaris system, and we will fly there now. Now, one of the things I was going to say while we're en route, look at that lovely eagle on the bottom there. Yeah, one of the things I was going to say en route was, I'm not sure, this could have all changed mind by the time this actually gets up on the channel, but I am going to muck about with, at the moment I've always been trying to sequence the videos so you kind of get one Dark Forces, one Star Trek Online, one Wing Commander, and I'm kind of going to try and just basically do what I've got videos for. Yeah, it's just one of the things that I think is delaying me making videos, is sometimes I'm just not in the mood to play whatever game I've been recording, and so rather than kind of force myself to it, I've thought, yeah, I'll just do it when and where. I will finish Wing Commander though. I'm going to make a concerted effort to at least get Wing Commander finished, so you've all been here a long time, multiple years, seeing where Wing Commander 3 is going. Or possibly you've gone to someone else's channel where they like do a weekly cast or something, or you'll live stream it on Twitch, or I don't know, do they do TikToks with games? I don't know. Once again, I'm sounding old. But we're just going to approach this planet here. Just doing a little check-ins. And as you can see, actually, when I bring this up, there's obviously Tove and Kev. I designed him a uniform. I've got a little theme running through the uniform. She's wearing the Reman version. And there's Satra. This is your default starting bridge crew. And as you can see, the Tenebris, yeah, so I could replace that with a phaser bank, but this is one of the things you can see. I've got a dual beam. It does slightly more damage with a slightly lesser targeting arc, is the idea. And again, that plasma turret I've got in the back doesn't have that. Now you might notice I've got another plasma turret there, but at the moment I'm not high enough level, so I've got to level up a bit before I can use a Mark IV. As you can see through this, I have found the first one, so there is some form of Iconian tech we've got to find on Cretaris, so we will see what happens there. Anyway, off to Cretaris we go. Yeah, this is filmed. What I am going to try and do, maybe if I've got the time or inclination, is I might show you some of the summer event, but with my other alts. Basically, Star Trek Online runs a number of events through the year. In fact, it runs stuff almost constantly. I always try and keep people, but the biggies are the anniversary. So every year on the anniversary, they run an event which will ultimately earn you a free spaceship. And they also run a summer one, and there's your free spaceship there, and a winter one, which we'll no doubt look at as well. They are good events, they do. I think they're quite neat, and if you are wanting some tier 6 ships, they're a good way to get one.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Cretaris, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Ah, heal them, Kev. Put them on screen. Yeah, well, I suppose heal them. Not static Shiar agents. Not your tents. Open a channel to the Decimus.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Power to weapons. Let's rock and roll. Are they only being harassed by one warbird?
Press Alt and Spacebar to fire.
Yes. So she gives me this thing called hazard emitters. Which basically makes my weapons do a bit more damage for a short period of time.
Either way, we'll follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
Ah, right. You will bravely take up the rear, will you? You're more advanced warbirds than me. Oh, this old junker. Oh. That's more like what I'd expect people to be outnumbered by. Right, now it's going to go full impulse. It actually drains power from every other system of propulsions. I'm sure it comes up more in the harder levels. It doesn't really make too much of an effect where I am. I think I've got their attention. This thing here is something I can do with my Singularity Core. It's a trait unique to Romulan ships, and you actually get more features as they go. That looked like the ship was resetting its position there. It was like someone getting to a queue. So the idea is when you're looking at weapon arcs there, if I highlight those beams, you can see they can only fire that arc. Like torpedoes are in a similar arc. The idea being cannons are a different type of weapon, not like a turret. That turret is and weapon arc ones will tend to find ships with a weapon with a greater arc will deliver less damage than a similar type weapon with a smaller arc, is the idea. You trade off, trade down. A ship like this is quite nippy.
This is nearby, it needs our help. We're losing structural integrity.
So I'm usually okay. But as you get on some of the bigger cruisers, really you don't want to be mounting twin beams or cannons, because what you'll find is you usually can't get them ever to bear on the enemy, or keep them on the enemy. So again, it's sort of a choice you make. If you're using something smaller or more maneuverable, you can go for these weapons that pack a punch.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold.
I think they're planning on destroying their colony.
How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves. We do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
I've got to admit it, I'm new at this. I've only been a captain for about a day.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virenat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Yeah, Tovin is telling the truth.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan.
Yeah, okay, we'll find Zidden. So, we don't need to go to the planet, we can just beam straight down.
Choose your away team for your next mission.
Yeah, I'll just pick the default, thank you. Basically on these next few missions we actually do pick up a small crew. We will pick up new officers as we go. The issue I've got is I get attached to kind of the ones I started with, so most of my teams are running around probably with not the best combination of officers. You know, there are officers with better abilities and better stats, but I kind of get attached to the same bunch. Something I will try to do in this one is switch up officers more.
Zden is force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Fine. There's some odd technology near the colony's southwest outflow drainage pipe. We should check it out. Yeah, why not? Let's look at drains. Southwest. That'll be there. I seem to remember this one was an absolute pain to find. Oh, there it is. Oh, good thing there's a nice delta floating above it. So yeah, this is part of being a delta recruit.
The alloys used in this device are normally only in the Delta Quadrant. We know the Iconians have gateways that allow them to travel anywhere they wish. It would be reasonable to assume they have had influence in the Delta Quadrant as well.
Nice to know. Right, that's we done that bit. That looks like more of the things from our planet, so you know what, I'm going weapons hot. Yep, definitely looks like those things. X those things, haha. Oh, what more?
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me.
Oh, I forgot you still had voice acting. Oh, and there's some Tal Shiar. I know that's a standard feature on these, but I quite like it tying in with the cybernetics that she's got.
Why are the Tal Shiar doing this?
You're shot in the back by a Romulan. Why do the Tal Shiar do anything? They're creatures of impulse. More of these things. Well, at the moment, weaponry seems to be keeping them quite nicely at bay. Weird squiddy drone things. Ooh, Romulan shuttles. We're gonna look at spaceships. I do like the little Romulan shuttle design that they came up with first. It's like a tiny little Diderodix. It's like a little baby Diderodix warbird. I should probably go and take this mission seriously, you know, what with this planet being... Again, actually I haven't started to appreciate quite nice the sort of city that they built. But the remans, of course, don't like the light. So let's... show them. Stop overacting.
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here?
Charming.
What do you want?
Commander Kahai sent us to help
Commander Kai. Good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Right behind you.
Follow me.
I will. Father! Oh, I'm glad you're safe. Now, tell us what's happened, because the voice actor's taken some time off.
We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack. Why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after?
It's an invasion. They're taking Craterus. They want the planet.
There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
Well, they didn't give us a reason when they destroyed our colony in Vernat.
So the rumors are true?
Yes.
I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us.
Actually, they're more interested in abducting people.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, blame the
We
writers.
aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain?
To know your vital
Do
fluids.
this without anyone noticing.
Worry about that later. We kind of need to evacuate.
Evacuate? We must inform the council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate?
I kind of thought you were in charge.
Obisek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
Tal Shiar knocked out communications.
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Is there anywhere to warn the rest of the colony? You know, phones, text, WhatsApp?
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the council should make that determination.
Good to see you're on this. Right, start contacting everyone. We'll go look at your transmitter.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
We appreciate the help.
Carol, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the council.
Yeah, I'm not actually interested. Either way, we need to go.
Father, you can see what the Tal
Alright,
Shiar have
no, we're
done.
staying for this drama.
These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Let's go. Be careful, Viral. Let's go. Oh, here's a big box of weapon and armor. Yep, I'll have that.
Press the U
I
key.
know how to equip stuff. So, let's see what we've got here. Some new weapons. So, Kev, congratulations. You now have some armor and a better gun. Satra, guess what? Same armor and a better gun. Let's actually get rid of these starter weapons entirely. They just clog up inventory. Don't even give you anything in return. But I'm here. I will drop that little shield booster on. Right. Oh, looks like we've got Romulans outside. Transmitters this way. Oh, she's got one of the shotgun versions. Yes, I know a phaser shotgun's kind of stupid, but I like it. Now, if I press X, no, X just gives us the close-up. I should actually be doing it. Yeah, they did actually make an FPS mode of this. Not a particularly good idea, but I should really be using X more. It is like take aim. It's meant to give you. It actually does up your damage a little. It's just something I forget to do quite regularly. Oh, so yeah, well, I guess you'll notice I'm not running, but.
Watch your ship. We need no shuttles.
Sorry. It was insured, right, though?
We're gonna need a new plan.
Slamek, you're alive.
Hi, Slamek.
Daryl, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends.
Can we bypass the transmitter controls?
Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
I heard you.
Slamek, you're not helping.
He really does.
What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Sedan's shuttle, or even our secondary console
Is
at
that the
home.
shuttle I blew up? We could just use my tricorder. I've totally got a tricorder.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
Well, we need to do something, Slamek, so you just keep that negativity
Slamek,
down.
try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
Right, we'll cover you. Don't break my tricorder. Oh. That's what those spider things do. They're going to jump in your face and explode.
Where are those things coming from?
Told you it probably wouldn't work.
Now let's try to contact Kai. Static. Oh, that's not a good sign.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Yeah, come on everyone, follow
Look
me.
up! We gotta get out of here now!
Oh,
What kind of ship is that?
cheese it. It's a crying shame that
We
ship
don't
broke
know.
onto the
It
shuttles.
attacked our colony on Virenat.
Come on, Tobin, you don't know if it was that ship.
And now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, shot him in the back. Oh no, she's giving me it's green goo on me. Come on, let's plan an evacuation with Zidane. He was really useful last time. Maybe they're the council.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slamek.
He was utterly useless, but we need to go now.
I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety.
Well, we can beam everyone here up to my ship.
Understood. Please, take Veril with you. I'll take Slamek with me to help scan for survivors.
Alright, we'll meet you in orbit.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship.
That's true.
Slamek can help me if we run into
Why?
trouble.
He's no help to anyone
I'll
else.
broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Alright, let's beam up Beryl and the colonists. Now go, protect my daughter. Oh, we're going to escort them to the shuttle. Right. Well, hopefully I've shot most things that we're going to get into our way. Still, quite cool that we've got an invading ship suddenly in the area. It's kind of neat. Oof. Okay, that's what that does. Landing gear in. Not doing your pre-flights.
Where there is life, there is hope.
Sir, the Reman civilians are on board. I don't know how I am. If you've done anything you can down there, we could use your help back up here. More ships are entering the system in a minute. I don't think the Decimus can hold them all off for long. Alright, okay, we'll come. I do apologise if there's background noise from my computer. It seems very noisy today. I don't know if it's the heat. Probably the fans need a good clean if I'm honest.
Decimus has engaged the Tall Shi'ar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
Hi, Zeden.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
She's aboard. We're about to go into battle, so...
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is
Hey.
practically an antique.
Your singularity
Keeping
core
an
is
eye on the
antique.
power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slamek did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle.
Okay, right. Let's go to the beacon then. I suppose we should jump ahead and engage some of these. Target rich environment. I like the way we just feel like we're flying into a big space battle. I've got an auxiliary battery out of it. I've got the first accolade there for blowing up Tal Shi'ar ships. Let's see what's pop up in these, right? Combat isn't exactly kinetic, but it can be at times actually. Oh, this large looks like I'm just flying towards something. It can get a bit frantic at times. It's early in the game. Look at a Swedish ship. I'm sure that's not going to cause us any difficulty whatsoever.
We've broken the blockade. All ships fall into formation.
There's our escape tunnel. Come on. Sorry about that. That's my dog in the background there.
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments?
Do apologise for that. There appears to be a dog argument going on outside. My dog's kicking into. No, but we've seen similar ones before, so I've seen something like it.
They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variations. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapons lock.
No analogy, like it's like putting too much air into a frog or something. I just fire the burst on my mark.
sunburst.
Ah!
Leave behind an evidently frontal assault weapon.
It's not exactly easy. He's jumping around.
Back to mines. Crackly right for possible. Close on exploded. You can actually see there's some cracklies around there and some physical damage. I do like that. I just wish it actually did something. You know, it's nice that it doesn't. Hey, Zidane. Oh. Slamek.
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
How? Did I miss something?
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
Sorry, Viral.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Tovin, do we know where they went?
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
On screen?
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses.
Have you considered the good news of joining Titan's fleet? We could be stronger together.
We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
No, good luck with you too.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and
I'm the
we're
captain
going
of the
to
ship,
find my
you
father.
do.
In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
Oh, welcome aboard, apparently.
I think we've done everything we can here.
Yeah, we've done enough
We
damage
should
here.
report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
Well, let's go.
We will reach out to the remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust.
Oh, we did oppress them.
Perhaps if this Obisek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst.
Who could it be?
We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Sholan True.
Jolan True.
Greetings.
Congratulations,
I have new orders.
Lieutenant.
Right, let's find out what our next mission will be.
There is a space station in the Gasco system that we think would be a fine addition to our group. If they agree to join us, we will have an additional base for our militia ships, as well as a supply depot that could make a big difference when we begin construction of a colony. I know there is a group of refugees there, Some of them have been there for years, but they've also had a wave of new residents, including a new commander. I'd like you to go to Gasco and feel out the situation. If you think they'd be a good match for us, you're authorized to extend them an offer.
Ah, well, yeah, why not? Let's go for that.
Greetings. I have new orders for you.
So, all it remains me to say is, that's not what I say, that's finishing off a different thing. So, thanks once again everyone for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this, and do join me again for more of the Adventures of Drakkara and some more Star Trek Online. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. I'm always willing to get comments. If you want to comment, just comment below, or you can contact me on Twitter at Pyman70. That's with a capital P, capital M, and the number 70. So once again, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. But until then, bye for now.